Hey happy homemakers, welcome back. So today's video is going to be an ultimate cleaning routine. I hope to provide you guys with some extreme cleaning motivation, show you how I keep my kids busy while I'm trying to tackle chores, as well as taking you through my weekly cleaning routine, which today is Wednesday, so that is meal planning, which is something that I really have fun with. But I'm also super excited because I have a freebie for you guys. I put together my own meal planner, and I'm going to be telling you how you can download the PDF for yourself later on in the video. If you've never been around to my channel before, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. Would you please take a moment and hit that red subscribe button because I would love to have you be part of this channel. If you're not new, I am so happy you are back. Please don't forget to take a minute and hit that like button because it helps my channel out so much on YouTube, and I would be incredibly happy if you would leave me a thumbs up. In addition to that, please leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite homemaking videos are, and tell me something unique and quirky about yourself because I love getting to know my subscribers just a little bit more, and I will be sharing my quirky trait with you guys later on in the video. I always try to wake up at least 1 hour before Marcus and Chloe so that I have time to do my own morning routine before they wake up. Usually I'll read my Bible and then start my hair and makeup, but sometimes if I wake up on time, I'll have time to actually make my bed and go get breakfast started as well. Those are always the best mornings, but it is all dependent on how early I went to bed the night before. This morning was a good morning. I actually did get to make my bed. Then also I went through some clutter that was just on my floor and folded up and put my pajamas away. Right on time at 7 a.m., both babies woke up. They are very early risers, and I'm lucky if they sleep until 7. And I know that they are not so much of babies anymore, but they're still my babies, and I love them. After that, it's time to get the kids ready for the day, change diapers, Marky go potty, and then it's time to head in the kitchen and eat breakfast. And I should be eating breakfast with the kids, but this is the best time for me to fix Chloe's hair for the day because she'll be very distracted with food and hold still enough to let me do it. I've been having a lot of fun with different hairstyles for her now that her hair is getting long. Daniel had an early morning appointment this morning, and on his way home he got me a chai from Starbucks, which is really sweet of him, and I had actually already turned off the camera, but I had him reenact it and walk back in with the chai. Even though they're just little, the kids have chores that they need to do as well. One of their only chores is clearing their plate after breakfast. Marky can take his to the sink all by himself, but Coco can't reach it, so her job is to bring it to Marky and he puts it in the sink for her. But this morning, that didn't work out so well. Coco accidentally dropped her plate on the floor, but then they were both so upset. It was the cutest thing. After that is when I turn on worship music for the kids. It's a playlist on YouTube that I will have linked down below. And then I pull out some toys, some books, whatever will get their attention and keep them busy. I do usually sit down and play with them for a few minutes and then try to slip away when I think that they are engaged enough. And then I head into the kitchen to start doing the morning cleanup. First thing I do is wipe down the table with a washcloth, and as you can see, Chloe was in here with me. She didn't care about her books and toys this morning, but I just do what I can, and sometimes I'll direct her back into the living room. After that, it was time to put away any food that was left out. I put the kids' leftover milk back in the fridge and save it for lunchtime, and then I wipe down all the counters. After that, I unload the dishwasher from the night before, and this is new for me. I've usually been too lazy to stay up at night and do this, but it is so nice to wake up to clean dishes in the dishwasher and just put them away. I feel like my day is going so much better, and versus the other way where I wake up feeling like I'm behind for the day. So I'm actually getting into a habit now. I've been doing it for a couple weeks. It doesn't happen all the time, but I've been making a conscious effort, and it's really nice to wake up to no dishes in the sink and you just have to put away clean dishes and then load the dishwasher with just a few breakfast dishes. And just as a precaution, in case little Chloe should get into the dishwasher, I like to put all of my knives and other sharp objects facing down in the very back of the dishwasher, just in case she should ever get in there. The dishwashing pods that I'm using right now are the Method Power Dish ones. They get the dishes really clean. I really do like these. And then I just start my dishwasher. After that, it's just time to wring out my washcloth and rinse out the coconut scour pad that I used to clean the dishes. And Coco and Marky both came in, each holding a baby, each holding a diaper bag, and being so cute that I just had to stop working and film them because, oh my goodness. Anyway, so back to the dishes. I just rinse out the sink and empty out the drains because we don't have a garbage disposal. And I just had to film this clip of my sink because there are no dishes in it and it just feels so good to have an empty sink. After that, I took out the garbage because it was getting pretty full. Usually Daniel does this, but he had already gone to work. After that, it is time to sweep the floors, and usually I sweep the kitchen and the dining room area once, if not twice a day, and no matter how often I sweep, it looks like I never swept the floor before. Our floors get so dirty. By the way, that checkered rug in my kitchen is new. I just got it from Target online. I wanted to share that just in case anyone else thought it was really cute too. After that, it is time to get into my meal planning. So I grab a few cookbooks that I've been wanting to make stuff from, and by this point the kids are usually kind of done playing by themselves in the living room. So today I decided to get a project out for them where they could work along with me. So I got them some crayons and markers, all washable of course, and some coloring pages, and sat them down beside me so they'd feel like they were doing something with mommy. Play-Doh is also another thing that we do at the table, but it gets a lot messier. kids are busy, I can get to my meal planning, and this is the meal planner I put together. I have some space to plot out my weekly menu and also a couple pages full of every dinner that I've ever made that my family really loves. And by the way, if you guys want to download a free PDF of this meal planner, I'll have the link in the description box below, and I hope you guys enjoy it. There's a meal calendar and then a space to put all my sticky notes of meal plans that I've already put together. So anyways, the way I like to start with my meal planning for the week is to go through my cooking calendar. And this is the quirk about me. I am obsessed with vintage cookbooks. I love cooking from them because first of all, they're so cute, but also because there are never any fancy or super hard to find ingredients in them. They're just really good, simple cooking. In the back of my menu planner, I have some shopping list pads, so I just grab one for my binder so I can start writing down what I need. And the first book I go through is my cooking calendar. This book lists every fruit and vegetable that's in season for the month. So I just go through the list, writing down some of the vegetables and fruits that sound good to me, and then I'm going to try to come up with some recipes centered around those, because in season fruits and vegetables just taste the best because they're picked when they're ripe, but also they're usually a really good price. And in case you're thinking, great Justine, that's nice, you have that cookbook, I actually made a video listing out all the in-season fruits and vegetables for almost every month, and I'll have that playlist linked in the description box so you guys can go through it too. I try to plan healthy, balanced meals incorporating all of the food groups, but I like to pay attention to texture and color too, so I'll serve something crunchy with something smooth and make sure there's plenty of veggies. Next, I go through my Martha Stewart food magazines for the month, because monthly magazines will also give you fresh inspiration for what's in season for the month. I've saved these issues for several years now, and I just pull out the current month every time. What I like about summer is that everything is all about grilling, so I'm super excited to be getting out on my grill, which, side note, I did just upload a video called Once for Dinner, sharing 4 summer meal ideas, 2 of which were out on the barbecue, so if you guys want to see that, I will have it linked down below. Another reason I like to write out the fruits and vegetables first is because I like going to the farmer's market. So first thing, I'm going to try to find any of these there because they are picked fresh from the farm and they taste amazing, but also I'm helping local farmers. And then whatever I can't find, I will get at Trader Joe's. After that, I flipped through the other August issue of the food magazine. I came across a recipe that I didn't want to make this week, but I put it on my monthly calendar so I wouldn't forget to make it some other time, and that was to have a family pizza night. I found a couple recipes in there that I did feel like making. So the first one were some hamburgers. I'll probably do their brie and arugula hamburger. And then the other one was some salmon. I have made these hamburgers before, so I already had them written out on a sticky note. And that's the way I like to use this planner. I write out the recipe name on the sticky note, what recipe book I can find it in, as well as some side ideas and then variations on the recipes as well. I used to do it this way all the time, but then I was re-inspired by my friend Caitlin, who also has a YouTube channel. I'll link her down below. It's called Mommy in the Making. But this way is super fun because it looks really organized, but also I don't have to write out the full menu every time. The next way I get inspiration on what to cook is by going through that family favorites meal section. Again, it has like every recipe that I've ever made listed out, and I've highlighted the ones that I really love serving for company. And anytime I try out a new recipe that ends up being our favorite, I will write it down on that list. I was so lost in the meal planning that I didn't notice that Coco had been eating a marker, so her lips were all turquoise. But luckily these are washable markers and I'm pretty sure they're not toxic. But she definitely needs to be watched really closely. After this, I actually had to take a break from meal planning because the kids and I went to the park to see Reptile Man, which the kids had so much fun. And after we got back, the kids went down for a nap, so I headed back to the table to finish out my meal planning. The next thing I'm going to go through is my vintage outdoor cookbook because, like I said, we are obsessed with cooking outside right now. So I went through it trying to get some inspiration. And I'll be honest, this week I really kind of lacked motivation to do this. I thought that's probably the best time to film this video because I show you what I really do to get myself motivated to plan out a menu for the week. I looked through the index of the recipe book for some chicken ideas, but honestly nothing really spoke to me. However, I did find a couple summer dessert recipes that looked good. So I added another sticky note to the other side of my page and wrote down a peach crisp. And also because cucumbers are in season, I thought I would add them to a lunches. And usually I don't need to write down breakfast or lunch ideas because we kind of just have like whatever we have, you know, yogurt, cereal, toast, stuff like that. But if there's something a little different, then I do write it down on another sticky note. And to use up the cucumbers, I want to make some cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches. My next resource for meal planning is Pinterest. I have a ton of yummy looking recipes on my Pinterest board. I'll link it down below if any of you guys want to look. So today I'm going to try out this creamy sun-dried pesto gnocchi. I like to try a new recipe once a week. It's just really fun. It helps me be creative, but also I'm not challenging my kids and my husband to try new stuff too often. So because this is a new recipe, I start out a new sticky note, and I'm also going to write down a couple side ideas too. I think for the gnocchi, I wrote down salad or some sort of vegetable side and some sort of rustic bread. I went through looking for some fresh, summery dinner ideas, but also I looked through the crock pot section because sometimes I like to put my crock pot outside on my back porch so that whatever we're eating can cook out there and it doesn't heat up the house. You may notice that there's only room for 6 meals on this planner, and that's because once a week we usually eat leftovers or eat out once a week. I'm sure that's pretty typical for a lot of families. Another thing I'm all about right now is casseroles and things that only take one dish to make because they are great to feed families and easy cleanup, but also pretty easy to throw together as well. And I found 2 casserole ideas that I wanted to make in there. So here's my menu for the week, including the dessert and lunches. And now it's time to write out what ingredients I need. Usually I have a pretty good idea of what I have in my pantry and on hand in the fridge. So I just go off of memory. So I'll just go through the recipes and list any ingredients I know I don't have. I usually shop at Costco and Trader Joe's, so the list is split into 2. So one half of the list is for Costco, and the other half I write out everything for Trader Joe's. Then I pull up the Pinterest recipe on my phone and write out the ingredients for that. And whenever I try out a recipe from Pinterest, I just make it using my phone, but then if it becomes a family favorite, I will write it out on a recipe card and put that in my recipe box. And then we are all set for the week, and tomorrow is going to be market day. Last thing I do for chores before doing something fun with the kids is to head outside and water my plants, which you can tell I'm really bad at because my flowers were wilting. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope it gave you guys some really great inspiration. And again, if you want to download the meal planner, the link is down below in my description box. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and leave a comment down below letting me know what you would like to see next. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.